I'll start the recording now. Hello. Aha. Today we'll be working on we're talking about Flex and Flexbox and some other aspects.
Okay.
Let's generate HTML structure, HTML5. The title is Flex. Back to business. I will add a CSS to it. Let's add it to assets, CSS, and then flex to CSS. So I will press Ctrl in order to automatically create this, and I'll click on it. Create new file. Yes. Let's see if it works. Body, background color red. Yes. Let's preview this. Show preview. Okay, it works. If you look at my screen,
Okay.
for chapter 6, we have centering.
Yes.
Centering covers a lot of things, and we cannot cover it in a day, even in 2 or 3 days. If we are consistent, we are still on it, because ordinary flex, it has so much. Because this is just like they are giving you an overview of what you are likely going to see, or overview of some things. It's now expected of you to go online and check more for everything you do online. Even if it's a course you registered for, they always give you a link to go to read more. Now, coming to Flex. Flex is, have you ever seen a box? If you go to shopping cart, you'll see items displayed on, like let's assume you are on a shoe page, on cards. Let's view a sample of it. I'm not trying to promote anybody. I just want to show you. Let's say we have Jumia. I want to show you a sample of it. Though most of them use frameworks like Tailwind or Bootstrap. If you look at these ones, like this is a card, this is another card, this is another card, but they are uniform in size and height.
Yes.
As well as these ones. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 items here. If you also look at this one, these are also items listed. All these things I'm telling you, they look like trash, but after today's class or next class, you should be able to come up with very meaningful items, meaningful designs.
Okay.
After 2 classes from now. So if you are able to get this done, at least there are lots, you have covered quite a lot. There's one particular material one page I want to use, at least the page apart from this one, this one that talks about Flexbox. It dives deep into Flexbox. It talks about Flexbox from A to Z. To my understanding, at least, that's covered more than what I've expected it to do. Flexbox. I think this one is, yeah, this one. This one. You can just go online and search for this one. Then put free code camp in front of it, like this. Flexbox free code camp, like this. You should be able to get there. Look at this one, Flexbox. Let's check this article if it has what you are looking for. Well, these are just a list of items on Flexbox. We don't want that one. We want something straight. We want to go to the page directly.
Okay.
Though I've already checked it before I came online. I think it's this one, this particular one. Though there are lots of it here. Let's check. Shit, is it this? Or this? I think this one. So, if you're able to work on, well, let's just go over it quickly. Flexbox, you use it to display things like this one, has, like I've already showed you, like for you to display cards. We call this one's cards. This is a card, this is another card, and a card. You want them to display uniformly and have, sometimes you want a uniform display, but you will just want a clean display for our cards. That is when Flexbox come into play. Say that Flexbox model allows you to lay out the model, the content of your website. Not only that, it helps us to create the structure needed for creating a responsive website for multiple devices. It's talking about responsive devices here. Before, we normally use the inline for positioning. Sometimes you use width tables for old designs, very old designs during the early age. But now you are not allowed to use such. Even if you use it, nobody will tell you to stop using it, because your design will look very shabby. If you look at this one, it says Flexbox architecture. For any Flexbox, you must always have the parents. Like the parents will serve as the container for the Flexbox, and the children will now be the flex items inside. Inside a flex, you can also have a flex inside flex. You apply flex to the main container, and you also apply flex to the children as well. So what's it now telling you? It says that we have so many properties we are going to work on here. For example, if you have what you need to know in flex, for example, if you want an item to be flex, you need display flex, which is the most important for the parent. For these items inside, if you look at div, if you look at this div, this is the main container here, which with class container. For this one, you need display flex for this one. Then this one's we assume the flex, we assume the flex now. Now we also talk about the flex. For each flex you have, sometimes you may want it to be in row or in column. For example, if you look at this one, this is a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a row. All the ones you are looking at, they are in a row. But when the last one got here, and another one wants to come in, but the space is no longer enough, then it will break to the next line. We also have something for that as well. So we have row, we have column, we have column reverse, we have row reverse. If you want the first to come to the last and the last to come to the first. We also have flex stats, justify content, where we have justify content, something like this. If you look at this one, we have for example, if you are typing in Microsoft Word or any word processing software. You have my recording actually. Okay, yeah, the recording is on. For any word processing software, you always have left justify, right justify, align center, force justify. I don't know if you have ever encountered that. Force justify. In force justify, for example, if you have like let's say we have these two item on the row. In force justify, this one we assume the total length. Let's assume the width of the page is this one, the content area is here. But in force justify, this one we also want to assume the whole length of this row. Even if it's just one word, it will stretch out automatically. That is where we have space in between. We also have space around where we have you can see the description. I don't need to go much about that. So we also have so many properties in Flex. You can see they are all talking about responsiveness. So at the end of this Flex, you should be able to design a calculator layout for me. Let's see even if I didn't complete it, I want you to design a calculator. Let's see what you will be working on. Calculator. At least you should challenge yourself if you want to really know something. Are we?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see what you work on. I want to look for something very simple but not too tough. Sorry, something good. This one, no? What?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, let's just select one. At least you can come up with any calculator of your choice. We have so many designs here.
Okay.
This is one, this is the one. Just come with any. Just make sure you have the inputs where you can enter something. Though, whichever calculator you design, you surely use it after all. Like when we are doing JavaScript, you have to program the calculator to work perfectly. Just select any calculator. You can see the layouts. So now back to our work. Let's start business. So you can see if I linger on some topics, that does not mean that I'm trying to draw you back, but the problem is just that we have quite a lot to learn on it. If I want to paraphrase, you can see we will lose track in a lot of things, and it does not work that way. The best way to help yourself is to learn on your own. That is the fastest way. Let's say we have a div, a parent div. I don't want to type in capital letter. I want to give it container. If you want to put a class automatically in Visual Studio Code, after typing the element name div, then you press full stop.
Okay.
Then you put a container like this. Automatically, if you press enter, it will give you something like this. But let me give you one more. Let's assume you have array dot container. Red dot container. You can see two properties inside this. That's not why we're here. Now we have div 1, div dot box 1 1. Sorry, but actually we can have box 1, box 2, box 3, or we can also have like children directly inside. Now that we have this one, we can now have the let's say we have the parent dot container background color container. We just want to keep track of the, you can see we are not doing anything color here. We just want to make sure that our design is fine and we are able to keep track of the boundary. That's why we always do all this. 10 pixel. Let's now, we have the children. You know, there are many ways to select. We did selector sometimes ago, right? You can use dot container, or instead of that, instead of reusing container, let's just use row. You can use row as well. Something like this. Div, the direct child, you want them to have background color blue. Okay, anyone is good. Now here we want we want the children to be flex. What do we need to do? We want them to display, to be responsive, to display side by side. Instead of us to be using, we can as well use something like this display inline, like this.
Okay.
Look at this one. I wanted to work on this inline block and inline. We can as well use something like this, but this is not the purpose of this class. But this one also has its own function, but in order to use this one to achieve flex stuff, it will take you a lot of effort. Let's just use the parents. I told you before, the parents, we have flex like this. So the children, you can see the children, we now have width equal to 50 pixel and height equals 50 pixel. Can you see now?
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So let's give them border. In order to keep track of the border, you have 2 pixel. Sorry, 1 pixel solid black. Black is good. Okay. Now that we have this, what next? You can also as well use a percentage for this one, like 33%. Do not forget, we already have something like this. What if you use 0.3? What if you now use 34? $40. You can see some are starving one another. Oh, this is the they're still uniform actually. Now, assuming you now have something like this, what next do you need to do in Flexbox? If you have 4 in this one and you continue to add more like this, it will continue that way. In any design in web development, there's something we call the grid system. In Excel we have grid, like cells. In web you also need to divide your screen into grid. Sometimes you divide it into 12, some you divide it to just even number that can be divided. Not much on that for now, but at least you can see what just happened. Now, after you now have this stuff, you can also display the content of the children to be center. Let's use display flex for this one too, to see what's going to work. We also have justify content center. Something like this. Can you see what just happened?
Yeah, I can.
So inside this one, let's say we have div dot div 1. Let's give this one, sorry, don't mind me with the way I'm concatenating my stuff, with the way I'm using direct arrow like this.
Okay.
Though you can also use it this way as well. Now, if you have something like this, you can have a div inside div, but we are not concerned about this particular div. Let's assume we now close this one like this, something like this. Can you see what just happened?
Okay.
This is the child div. I can also remove this ones like this. Let's remove this ones. Now let us take them, return them one by one. Display flex. For the children to be flex, you want the items to be flex like this. So if you also want the children of inside this one to be flex, if you just run this one, you can see now. Sorry. Now let me apply this one here as well. If you look, there's something that's just happened now. If you look at this one, without this display flex, this one doesn't. This, okay, let me just remove this. Sorry. Without the display flex, these two items did not display the way we want it. For example, we have something like this. Instead of them to come to center, this one to come to center, and this one to come to center, you can see that this display flex is also controlling them. So like this, something like this, you can see this one is working on the x-axis and this one is working on the y-axis. more on that. You can always test run your stuff later on. So let us return this one back to normal. So when I will return this as well, border on this one should be red. Let me give it yellow. Now that we're done with that, what next? I'm trying to follow the stuff we did there. At least, if you cannot understand, just let me know. If you're getting something or you want me to explain more on something, please let me know.
Alright.
So inside this flex, we want to work on the direction. Which direction do you want this one to go? We want it to be row, display row, which is the default, right? But let's check column. I think we have column. Do we? Oh, sorry. Flux direction. We have row. It is the default. Let's check column. Let's see what will happen. You can see column is the default of elements when they are how do I put it? One on their initially, if you declare a div in any screen, something like this, initially, if you just say div something, this div dot, without all this flex you are working on, div automatically it has it used to be on the line, something like this.
Yes.
This one is telling us as BR break. This one, this display column, flex direction column is telling us that initially all div are in column, display flex column. So that is enough for that. So we'll go back here. Column, we have row. Let's now reverse it. Row reverse. You see, we have 3 coming into the place of 1, 1 coming into the place of 2. Let's now have this one as well. 1, 2, 3. You can see that these ones are not affected. This one is the child inside and that one. Can you see that?
Yes.
So if we also have this one like this, you can see now it can now reverse itself. After we are done with that, let's try to check more on the space. We have the parents. We also get that for the space since it's working on the space. Since it dictates the behavior of the flex of the children. We don't want these ones to be 50. Let's just give them 150 pixel. Let's see if it's too much. Not much actually. Okay. Let's give this one row like this. Even row reverse, you can see row reverse is taking it. Is also considering the space as well. So be mindful of what you do so that you will not run into trouble. Now that we have this one, let's now work on the space, justify contents. we have the center like this. We have the space between space evenly, space around. I've already shown you what this one's work for before. Where is that? So you can have space in between. This is the specified content stuff. We have center, we have space in between, we have a space around, space evenly. This one evenly, or the space here will be equal to the space here, but space around, half of the space in the middle of the content. We have space in between, all space, there's no space at the edge, only the items in between. So what next? Now that you have that one,
Okay.
there are some other things you need to work on, like the flex wrap and some other stuff. But with this serves as a baseline for you to work on, in case you want to get some things done. At least it should help you a lot. Let's duplicate this once. Let's see what flex wrap will work for. Instead of it to be giving us we want this is actually 50 pixel. We want flex wrap like this. Can you see what just happened? Hello?
Hello, yeah. Yes.
So let's give this one margin as well. Margin. Let's give them 5 pixel like this. Does it look like a calculator?
Yeah, he's looking like
Let's put an input box above. Mr. The other guy, are you still there? Let me check if he's still online.
yeah, he's there.
Hello, are you with us? Hello. Okay, it seems his mic is listen low.
He said yes, yeah.
Yes, I heard him.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, let's now have, as long as we have inputs like this, input text, input text like this. We want to give this one inputs like this. We want it to be the width to be 100%, 100%. Now let me give it that. Let me give it 90%. I want to show you something. Margin, I'll give it a margin top as let me give everything auto if it will work. It doesn't work this way. I'll give the top and bottom this, and I'll give the sides auto. Why are you misbehaving? 0. margin left, auto, margin right. Why is this thing not working? Pixel. Oh, well, is it because it is not display inline block? Why are we having this? Okay, block. Wow, you can see.
Yes.
What just happened? We are trying to make it, give it margin auto, but it's not working until we apply this one, display block, to it.
Block.
Let's give this one 0 like before, or let me give this one the top should be 0, the bottom should be, sorry, auto, we want the bottom to be 20 pixel like this. This is you can see this is top, bottom, left and right, short hand like we did before. This, you are not new to this, or I should explain again?
It's not really necessary.
Let's give this one height 10 pixel, maybe 40 pixel, border radius 20 pixel, sorry, 7 pixel. This thing still looks chubby to me. 98, 96. Actually, I was supposed to use 100, but in order for you to see the effects, that's why I'm using this one like this. So border 0.5 pixel, solid let's give it a placeholder. Now that we have this one, I think we have just a few more to go. Let's try to come here. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's try to reverse this one. Wrap reverse. Can you see?
Yes.
We have row reverse, we have unwrap reverse. Oh, that how many minutes left?
15.
Row reverse. Can you see what's happened? I use them row reverse and wrap reverse. This is wrap reverse.
Okay.
Wrap reverse is bringing how do I put this one now? Let's go back to the normal. You can see this one. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if we now put wrap reverse, it's just like diagonal change for wrap reverse.
Okay.
You can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for wrap reverse. Normally I am supposed to have something like this. This one going here, this one coming here. Let's see. Wow, thank God. I'm sorry, please, a minute. I want to respond to this one. Okay, now we have the wrap reverse. We have the wrap 1, 2, 3, 4. I expect a diagonal change for this. A diagonal change, like A coming to B, B coming to C, like something like this. I don't know why this one is not behaving the way it's expected, but you troubleshoot things actually. Now for the row reverse, we applied row reverse and wrap reverse. You see what just happened. So we have lots of things to work on when it comes to this thing, flex. Now you can go on your own to work on the remaining flex parts. Can you let me give you the site, the website. Yeah, I think, oh sorry, that's it. Let's see if we can see touch one more thing. Anything that if we are talking about flex, I've treated everything on flex. I'm not coming back to flex again, and I expect you to work on your flex parts so much, because if you are using frameworks like Bootstrap or Tailwind, you need to know how to use this flex. Though they have handled it at the back end for you. All you need to do is to know how to use them. For example, if you have row and column in Bootstrap, they've already handled it. All you need to do is just to put the class. For example, you have something like this one here, you can just put row here. You put row at this place. Bootstrap knows that you want to make the items the direct children flex. You can now put how many widths do you want this one to be, like column something, column 5, column 6, column MDs of more of that later. For the transform, this particular stuff you are looking at, let's see if we can, if I do this one for you, this particular thing you're looking at, I will expect you to work on a feet. Should I?
On what?
A football pitch, like the one I showed you the last time.
Okay.
Will you be able to work on it, or I should just let it go?
Oh, we should be able to work on it.
I need to. Okay, let me just go down. Div. I want a div inside. But if we are about like 7 minutes left, let me know.
Okay.
So we round off. Let's transform. It doesn't have height. 100 pixel. You can see normally the height of a div is what? Initially.
Height of a div.
Initially. What is it? Like this. Why is it coming up? You can see what just happened. Initially, the height of a div is 0.
Okay.
Let's give it margin top 20 pixel. Okay. Dot transform div width 90 pixel, height 90 pixel, background color background blue. Is it my eyes that is deceiving me? I don't know why this blue is displaying like this. We have this background is blue. Let's give this one 200. Oh, sorry, pixel. Now what I need to do here, I want to use transform for this one. Here we have so many transform as well. Let me give you a page to read on transform. Transform CSS. Free code camp. Yeah, I think this one. You can see we have so many transforms. I will just teach you one, then you learn the rest. Now, in order to work on transform, what is it asking us? Where is that page? Where is this one? Yeah, this one.
We have 7 minutes more.
7 minutes more. Okay, let me just use 2 minutes to do this one. Transform. Translate. We have x on the x-axis. We have 0, 50%. It's just like we want it to be 50% in between the parents, top and bottom. Am I right? Actually, I don't think so. 5. Let's assume we have this one as 300. What will happen? There's something wrong here. Okay, I think we have to put this one position relative margin. sorry, I shouldn't continue with this one because we'll not finish this. So the work of transform is to change the direct, like the position of an element sometimes.
Okay.
So it is better you know how to work with it. This is 100%. I think this one 100% is working well. You have this one 200, 200, 500. It's still not working perfectly. I'm still not getting what I'm supposed to get. The function of transform is to translate your elements from XY axis, just like you trying to move some things around. If I put this one like this, percentage, it also move like this. Actually, I want a center element. I don't know why. Is there something wrong I've done? I don't know. Enough of that. You can read more on the transform, but the function is to change the position of your element
Okay.
from position 1 to position 2. Probably for the next class, or may just go over it at the next class. But what we have just done, I expect you to be able to work on so many things now. Maybe next class, what we will work on is page layout. Then inside our page layout, we will just give our we will display. We will have the um, menu, sidebar, and the content area. Then you should be good to design some things. Then from there, you start working on so many things. I'll be sharing a YouTube video soon as well.
Okay.
A YouTube link for you to be checking design errors. I think we need to stop this one now. Stop presentation. For the things we've done so far, do you have any question?
Yeah. The question. Fine.
I will try as much as possible to push this one and the last one this
Okay.
night. Most of the time I wake very late.
Okay.
In the absence of question, we'll call it a day. Do have a lovely day. Bye bye.
Okay, right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.